I want to talk about love and hate. You know, there's no gray area in this. It's either love or it's hate. Love is inspired by truth. So if you're walking in truth, you will love. You will automatically love. It will be impossible for you not to love if you're walking in truth. Hate is fueled by lies. And if you're if you're deceived, then you will automatically hate. Period. There is no gray area. Truth equals love. Lies equal hate. What is love? There's a lot of definitions, a lot of fucking complicated, complex definitions, a lot of bullshit definitions for love. Like people always trying to make shit complicated, you know. But it's really simple. Truth is simple. Lies are complicated. That's another thing to remember. Truth is simple. You can explain truth to a fucking 5-year-old and they will get it. That's how simple truth is. Lies are complicated. They're complex. They're difficult to understand. There's a lot of fucking angles and twists and turns and curves and shit. And they're confusing. Like if you start questioning a lie, it will fall apart. Because lies never make sense. They never make sense. The only thing is sometimes we fail to question lies. But they never make sense. A lie will never stand under scrutiny or questioning. Truth is simple. So a simple definition for love is love does no harm. That's it. And a simple definition for hate would be the exact opposite of the definition for love. Hate harms. Now, no one could ever judge you in these areas. It's important to understand this because you could say something to somebody and their feelings could be hurt. And because you hurt, because of how they interpreted what you said, their feelings were hurt. And they'll proceed to, call you mean or rude or disrespectful or hateful. But no one could ever judge you in these areas because when you said what you said, if you said it with the intent to help, then that's love. But if you said what you said with the intent to hurt, then that's hate. Only you can judge the intentions of your heart. No one else can judge that. And I say that because you can't be moved by how other people receive your energy or your words, your message. Because they could be reading it wrong. They could misinterpret your reason for saying what you're saying. Now, of course, there's, some balance. You can't just dog the fuck out of somebody and let's go this way with it. Let's go back to love never harms. Like love does not harm. Right? And, this is just a guide. Okay? This is just a guide. We're, as humans, we're complex, right? Like we have these emotions that are complex, and we have, these thought patterns that are complex, and, we are often deceived. We all go through a period in our lives where we're ignorant and deceived, and we believe the lies are the truth. Right? So like all of this needs to be factored into the equation and taken into consideration. But the fact still remains that no one can judge your intentions. And if your intent was to help, then that comes from a place of love. Now, a person on the receiving end, they have to make a judgment call. And so if they feel like you came off disrespectful, then, they have to respond accordingly. This doesn't mean that their assessment is right or wrong. But however they perceive your message, your communication, however they perceive it, however they interpret it, it's their truth, whether it's true or not. But the person delivering the message can't put a lot of emphasis on that, because today, especially today, we live in a overly sensitive society. Like you can't fucking say shit. Like people are offended by everything. Especially the truth. People hate hearing the truth. And you could tell someone the truth respectfully. Your intent being to help them. And to help them to help themselves in setting themselves free. That could be your intent. And you could communicate respectfully. And it happens. They will still. I'm not going to say they will, because sometimes they're not. Like sometimes people receive the message, but sometimes they are still offended. And you still get called mean and rude and disrespectful and hateful and all these different things. And you gave them the utmost respect, but you were just honest with them. So Some areas are a little harder to kind of assess, but then some areas are just fucking obvious, right? Love does not harm. Physical harm of any type, that's not love. If you're speaking to someone and you're fucking calling them dumb and stupid and you're just cursing their life with negativity and you're speaking darkness into your life, you know, negative energy into their life, that's not love. And so I guess, like, you know, what makes it complicated is being deceived. Because many of us are walking in darkness, but we think we're walking in light. And what we think is love is actually hate. And what is actually hate, we think is love. So this is where the confusion comes from. And so you just really, I mean, this is kind of like a different thing, but you know, that's the state that most of society is in. We don't know what love is. And we don't know what hate is. And we'll embrace hate and reject love. And so, you know, that's a different topic, you know, but the thing about it is, it's like, unless you hear someone tell you the truth, you will never know. And if you hear someone tell you the truth and you just reject what they say without investigating it, if you have a closed mind, you will never know. Like, you could listen to me and just feel like I'm full of shit and don't investigate nothing I say. And this has happened like so many times. And I really be like disappointed, because in my mind, I'm like, damn, if they just research what I said, ask questions, you know, if they did that, they would eventually see that what I was telling them was right. But it's disappointing when people are just so closed-minded that they don't even want to investigate what you said. They don't ask questions about what you said. They just assume that they know. They already know. And that's just a dangerous place to be in, because this world, this physical world, this physical dimension is the dimension of illusion. It is the dimension of deceit. And it's deceit. It's the lies that are responsible for all of our suffering. All of it. All of it. It doesn't matter. Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, it doesn't matter. Deceit, lies are the cause, the single cause, the only cause for all of our suffering. And so, I don't know, like, the approach I've always taken, like, I've had people tell me a lot of shit that didn't make sense to me, a lot of shit that I thought was just bullshit. But I'll still investigate it. Because ultimately, you got to understand that truth is the single cause, the only cause for every good thing. Just like lies are the cause of all suffering, truth is the cause of all your blessings, your success, your prosperity, your good health, your happiness, your joy, your peace, on and on and on. Only truth. And so just understanding the power of truth. I just realized this is the goal. This is the pursuit. Nothing else is. Nothing else matters. And so if somebody, I'm having a conversation with somebody and they say something and I feel like it's the dumbest shit ever, what they said, I'm still going to look it up. I'm still going to dig into it and research it and see. Because I don't care about being right in the sense of winning a debate, right? I don't give a fuck about that. I care about being right in the truth. I want the truth. I want the light that I'm walking in to really be light. I don't want to be walking in darkness and thinking it's light. I don't want to believe lies, thinking I'm believing truth. I don't want to think I know when I don't know at all. Because these are all setups for failures, for unhappiness, for depression, for misery, for suffering of all kinds. There is no gray. And I'm supposed to be talking about love. But this is just the way it went. This is just the way it went. And so let's see if I could bring it back to love. I know a lot of people, I got to go back to truth because, a lot of people think love is what will change the world. Like I hear people say all the time, talk about we should just love one another. We got to learn to love one another. Love is the answer. Love is the cure. And there's truth in that, but how do you love? You can only love through truth. So, while that, people that say that shit, that is partially true, but the truth is what sets you free. You can't love without truth. You can't love anybody. You can't even love your fucking self without knowing the truth about yourself. There's a lot of people that hate themselves and they have low self-esteem and, like low self-respect and, they can't go out the house without fucking, like everything about them is fake, like especially like with women, the hair is fake, the nails are fake, you got fucking makeup caked all on your face, fucking lashes are fake, the titties are fake, the ass is fake, like everything's fake. And you have to go through all that just to kind of be happy with yourself, to kind of feel good about yourself. But if you knew the truth about who you really were, you wouldn't need to do none of that shit. And you would love yourself more than you ever could, trying to dress up the outside with all these enhancements. And you do that because you are believing lies about yourself. So it's impossible to love without truth, because lies cause suffering. Deceit cause suffering. The reason our society, as I mentioned this earlier, that this physical dimension is the dimension of illusion and deception. And so the reason why our societies are so full of hate is because people don't know the truth. It's just that simple. People are believing lies. People are deceived. They are in darkness, but thinking they are in light. They think their wrongs are right. They take a lot of pride in their knowledge and in their wisdom. But their knowledge and their wisdom is foolishness. It's stupidity. And so this is why there's so much hatred in our society. It's everywhere. It's all over the fucking TV, the media, social media, fucking news. It's everywhere. It's on the radio. It's in the music. It's in the music. Rap music is the most influential music in the world. It's the most popular music in the world. Rap music is just fucking worldwide and has crossed all barriers. It's people in countries that don't even fucking speak English listening to rap. And even cultures, like you have other cultures of people rapping. And I can't speak on other cultures, but I can speak on America. Like American rap, it's the most toxic shit in the world. It's full of darkness and hate and deceit and lies. It's full of it. But yet, the people that make this hateful ass, dark ass music are honored, respected, admired, valued, appreciated, and even fucking worshipped. That's really mind-blowing to me, that someone can make a song about murdering people and just calling women bitches and hoes and just disrespecting them to the fullest. And just, speak so much hate. And it be received by so many people. And that these people get awards They're honored at ceremonies. They're televised. Their music is praised. We dance to it. We let our children listen to it. And we don't even understand, like, this music, it's not just music. Once you add words to it, it becomes a program. These are programs. And people don't realize it. And why is this fucking gnat here? I got it. I'm going to try to, hopefully I didn't kill it. I'm going to try to hold it and let it outside. But is that not shock? Like, it's crazy that this isn't shocking to anyone. Like, Too Short made an entire career off of being disrespectful to women and just dogging the shit out of them. Like, that was really all he talked about. So this is the darkness that this society is in. And then there are few of those that escape that. You know, like me. I won't listen to that shit because I can see it for what it is. I'm not in the darkness anymore in that regard. But I used to be. It used to fucking be my favorite shit. I used to listen to people that... There was this one rapper, and I'm not going to say his name, but just because I don't want nobody searching for the music. But he used to call himself the Baby Killer. And he used to literally rap about murdering babies, but not like through what they call abortion. Like, he's like physically himself. He would call himself the Baby Killer. And I used to listen to that shit. I was in the deepest darkness. I mean, as far as I know. Well, I ain't gonna say the deepest because it can always get deeper. But I was in pretty deep. Just because I used to listen to shit like that. And I used to bump it. And, you know, I'm thankful to have escaped out of that darkness. And in a lot of other forms of darkness I've escaped out of. And so then when you do, though, now you're weird. Yeah, you don't listen to so-and-so. You don't listen to him. You don't listen to her. You don't listen to them. They see you as weird. It's like it's strange. I find it strange that people listen to that shit. As I mentioned, like, they're programs. Like, you're fucking programming your mind according to what you're listening to. And, you know, these programs are going to have an influence over every area of your life, your relationships, your career, your job, like everything, your finances, your level of success, everything. How you raise your children. And, you know, parents are playing this shit for their children, programming their minds from young ages. And you're teaching your child to be hateful and violent, to be murderers and disrespectful to women, to hate women and to hate people. You're teaching your child to hate, period, and to be toxic and negative and dark, period. So, but that's just one example of why this physical dimension that we're in is the dimension of illusion and deception. And there's just so many examples. I mean, shit is everywhere. fighting to have the right to murder babies. Like, it's fucking women really fighting and complaining and protesting. Because they want to be able to legally murder babies. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, what kind of fucking woman is that? This is the dimension we're in. And so only truth can help you escape this dimension. And these people that are in this darkness that are saying love is the answer, love is the key, love is the way. You understand? There's these people that are saying that the answer is that we should just love one another. But you got to go deeper than that. Because in order to love one another, you have to know the truth about one another. You have to be able to see people for what they really are. You have to be able to see past the illusions and the deceptions. And understand, like, when you're looking at a person, you're not looking at a human being at all. And I won't get into that. I won't start going that way, because this video gonna be long as fuck if I do that. But I'm just saying, love begins with truth. And love is definitely, love can definitely solve every issue we have. No doubt about it. Love is definitely the answer. But without truth, you won't even know what love is. As we see throughout our societies, what we think is love is really hate. And what we think is hate is really love. And so you have to go deeper. Truth is the answer. There's a verse, there's a I don't know. There's a saying, a phrase, whatever, a proverb, I don't know what it's called, but it says, truth will set you free. Matter of fact, it's a fucking scripture verse out the Bible. And Jesus says this: and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, or make you free, right? It doesn't say you shall know love. It doesn't say love will set you free. It says truth will set you free. Love can only come by way of the truth. And I feel like I said that a lot of times already. So I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to end this video here. I hope that I said, some good shit. I hope that I said something that, or just like gave you something. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you were able to take something away from this. And, just kind of open your eyes a little bit more. Truth is the answer. I fucking said it again. And the path to love is truth. And on that note, I just fucking said it again. I'm out. Let me know what you think.